it's been a while since I've seen you.
It has been a minute. How are you
I love
doing?
your new haircut.
Thank you.
It's probably not new, but it is new to me.
Um, Medium newish. And there's Shauna. Welcome.
Yeah,
How have you
looks
do?
fabulous.
How are you doing, Melinda? How's
I'm
everything?
doing well. Yeah, I'm doing
Good.
well. I'm moving towards really integrating PAL into the corporate environment, and so
Ooh,
I have quite a few questions, but
fantastic.
I'll just see what the flow is here today.
Awesome. Yay. Well, let me just bring one or two more people in and we will go ahead and jump in. Welcome, welcome. So, to kick us off, this is Xperiencify office hours. Welcome. If you have questions about Go Plus, we have a separate office hours for Go Plus, and that also includes questions about how they integrate and how XP and Go Plus work together. And I also want to make sure everybody knows we're now offering office hours in Spanish twice a month with Jesus. So if you know anyone who that would be helpful for, those are on the calendar. And let's go ahead and get started. I see Shauna has questions, and I know Melinda has lots of stuff. And welcome, David. I want to say hello. Good to see you here. How are you? Why don't we, let's see, and I've also got a couple of questions people sent in, so we will jump in and go through lots of things. David, so I know for time, do you have questions you're bringing today as well, or topics you'd like to cover? If there's anything particular.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, great. Just so
Yeah.
I have a track on, read on all the things. Cool. Let's jump in. Shauna, what's up? Everybody, Shauna's one of our new first cohort of Xperiencify certified experts. So big, yeah, big celebration. Congratulations here. She has just finished all of her Xperiencify expert training and certification. So,
Thank you. So
yeah,
I am actually meeting with an Xperiencify customer on Monday,
cool.
um, who needs some help with some things. And my question is, I want to make sure that I'm informed when I meet her. So
Hmm.
hopefully this is an okay space to ask this question.
Yeah,
Let me know if it's
of
not.
course. Yeah.
Um, so she has courses elsewhere, to my
Okay.
knowledge, if I understand what she's told me so far. And
Hmm.
I want to know, what are her options for migration? I am
Mm.
obviously happy to help her, but I want to make sure that if Xperiencify offers something in that domain, that I'm making sure I can make sure she's aware of her options.
Okay, great. Gotcha. Yeah. So XP does have a special offer around migrating your course, and I'm probably going to need to get a help doc to give you to get the details of it. I don't know if I'm going to have the details of it in my head this moment, but we do offer like a good deal if you're like, hey, do you want us to just come over and do it with you? So Shauna, for this, it's great that you brought it here, but why don't we connect outside, like right after office hours? I'll check into all of this and connect with
Sure, I'll
you
send you an
about.
email
Yeah,
because
that would be fantastic.
okay,
And we
thank you.
can sort what's the best thing. Yeah,
Great. All
cool.
right, thank you.
Anything else, or is that for you,
That's it.
Shauna? Okay,
I'm totally psyched. I also I'm still waiting for my final score, but I'm also certified as an X Factor
Yay!
business consultant. So
Amazing,
full
amazing.
steam ahead.
Yeah, yeah, super cool.
Okay,
Awesome. Well, yeah, just drop me an email with the details and
I
we'll
will.
think about that.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Shauna. See
Have a
ya.
great time, everybody. Bye.
Bye. All right. So Melinda, tell us what you got. What's going on?
I wanted to say, congratulations, Shauna. So is Shauna
Yeah.
a person that we can contract with if we have Oh, that's so good to know. And she popped off before we got her information. So, can
I will
you
get
send that to
that.
me?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. I'm gonna and I'm gonna we'll be sharing all of our new certified experts because this is brand new as of like last week. We have a cohort who has completed everything. So we'll share those in the Facebook group, but I will definitely get you
Thank you,
her
Rachel.
info.
That is going
Yeah.
to be so amazingly helpful.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Sometimes you just want someone
Because
else to do the work.
I,
Yeah,
yeah,
you can
so,
do that
I
stuff.
can go through Fiverr or I can go through these others, but they're not certified. And so that makes it even better. Okay,
Totally.
my
Yeah.
questions are within XP, I know that we have like Ainsley for stuff, right? Um, AI.
So yeah, so to to clarify all the worlds here, so Ainsley is part of Go Plus,
Okay,
which comes
wrong
with
platform. Okay.
yeah, which comes with your XP account. So you're not wrong. You got it. But yeah, Go Ainsley is part of the Go Plus tool. But yes, you
So
do have access to it.
my my question is, with the course, is there? I had a an organization ask me, is there AI components that they can use to either guide their answers or to further explore a concept within my course? And so I guess my simple question is there an AI component within XP that we can use to enhance our courses?
Absolutely. Great question. Yeah. So there is an Ask the Expert bot that you
Okay.
can turn on for your course. And it's pretty straightforward, but basically you will go into your account section. I can show you this too, and you will just switch it on, and there will be a period of training it, which sometimes is like a few hours, something in that ballpark. And you'll see an indication that it's training is in progress, and then you'll see, it'll indicate when that's done. And basically, once that's turned on, your students will be able to ask questions in a little like chat icon or a search
Mhm,
icon.
mhm.
I have to remember exactly what it looks like. If we, depending on how many things we're talking about, maybe we'll go in and look at it together. But
Okay,
basically,
perfect.
it works like a an AI tool that's trained on your course and on your specific material. So your students will be able to ask, "Tell me more
So
about this."
okay. And in true AI form, you say I have to, there's a few hours of training it. So it will review all of the information within the course. Do I need to add other things that might be superfluous to what the course offers that but could have some relevance to the course? Or is it just strictly it analyzes everything and then answers questions based upon what the students may have?
Exactly. It analyzes what's in your course. So if you want
Okay.
something else, you would need to add the something else into the course content,
Okay.
and then
So
it's
that
the
includes
training one.
the participant guide and the PowerPoint and the course itself, right? Everything that's in the course.
Whatever, I'm gonna say I'm about 98% sure on this. I believe it's like all content that you've put into your course is what it
Oh,
trains
that
on.
is great.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
No.
So the other thing is kind of along the lines of what Shauna was talking about, and that is I have organizations that possibly want to incorporate this into their um, like for reasons of firewalls and things of that nature. How can I integrate Xperiencify into their systems? Or is that possible? Or
Great
do they have to
question.
have like a giant login or something? I
Great question. Yeah, yeah. So XP is a standalone platform. We
right.
host the courses directly. So the
Hmm.
bottom line, simple-ish answer is that to get into their course, they have to log into the XP system,
Okay.
and that's going to be a given. So there are different ways you can do that with companies as far as, needing to add a bunch of students and maybe they're not paying. There's ways to take care of all of that by just like uploading a CSV file of students, giving them access. So logistically,
They'll
you have
be paying.
options. They'll be paying. Okay, perfect. Then then they're paying. Um,
No,
so,
they'll be paying.
so yeah, we get a lot of things where like the employer's buying it for, whatever. So
Wait, so then maybe that is something I need to be aware of. So I send them an invoice, they sign up 40 employees. So does each one get a magic link
Mhm. So
so
this
it's
is the
still the
part.
same way?
Well, yeah, this is where you've got some good options logistically for how it happens. Basically, if you don't want the student, there's a few ways students could get into a course. They could join directly from your XP order form. They
Mhm.
could join from another order form and be taken into the course. So in both of those examples, they would pay directly, right?
Okay.
Another possibility is you can give a coupon code so that the student goes to the order form, sees the price, but they enter their coupon code for
Right.
100% and bypass it. Third
Right.
option is you can manually upload students. So you, Melinda, or the course owner, or whoever is doing this can upload a CSV file of names and email addresses that will add and say to the system, I want this list of people added to this course.
Yeah.
The important thing here is you want to just make sure your welcome email is turned on, if assuming you want that.
Yeah.
Once this list of people is uploaded, if your welcome email is turned on, they will automatically get a welcome email with their login info.
Okay. So I think that will help with the cohorts are between 20 and 40 at a time, and the company will pay me. It'll be invoice, right? Sometimes a PO. But once they get access, then Joy, who is my VA, she can download the CSV file, and then everything basically stays the same, other than help me to understand what kind of capabilities the CSV file gives us, if any. Um,
The
like,
CSV, the purpose of the CSV file in as far as what we're talking about here is simply to upload a list of names and emails to the system. That's
so
it.
they all begin at one time.
Well, if you need students to begin at different times, there's ways we can think about that, but
Okay,
the purpose of what we're talking about with this CSV is just telling the system, I want this list of people enrolled in this course.
to begin on October 13th.
Um, the course could be set to begin on October 13th. Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, perfect. Okay, all right. And is there another aspect that I need to be aware of, Rachel?
As far as how to get people in, um,
So it's just, I guess the answer to my question is they have to come in through XP's platform. It's not anything that can be integrated into
correct, correct.
their
Yeah.
company.
The
Okay.
the the course will be hosted on XP directly, so a student needs to log into XP to see their course.
Okay, great. Okay. Then I think that's it for me on that. And then the last thing that I had was just updating. You mentioned earlier I need to speak with Go Plus about integrations. And it has XP. I saw that they added PayPal, and there's always been Stripe. But are there any other payment platforms that we can use, like on my website? Um,
Hmm.
Stripe and PayPal is what I would offer. Is there anything else? Can we use vendors that we've got an account with elsewhere that are giving us a better rate of
Yeah, you've got
whatever
a
the
few options here. Yeah, very good
okay.
question. So, um, okay, so again, for the big picture, we've got XP's order forms, which is one way students can enter the course. You've also got your access to Go Plus,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another whole world to delve into. But
Yes.
first thing to know is Go Plus offers a lot more payment options directly and natively. So
Okay.
one thing you could consider, there's like three or four answers here. First thing you can do is directly in XP, and I'll tell you exactly what works there. Second thing you can do is Go Plus, which will take your payment through one of the options they've got, and it's quite a lot,
Okay.
and then automatically add your student into XP. So that's option two. Um, if you are using XP's order form, to go back to your original question, you're right that Stripe and PayPal are natively supported, but you can also integrate with any payment processor that can integrate with Zapier. And that's another pretty
Okay.
straightforward, relatively straightforward
Right.
way to do it. You familiar with uh,
Zapier.
setting up
Yes.
Zaps? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if your shopping cart that's giving you a good rate can hook up to Zapier, that's pretty straightforward. Just set up a Zap, take your payment where you want, and
And that's under
automatically.
the XP using the XP order form.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. And I will talk with Go Plus because I'm trying to get everything centralized so
Hmm.
that I'm not jumping between XP and Go Plus. If I have Go Plus, I just want to integrate everything. And are
For sure.
people really doing that, or are they? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely exactly what it's meant to do is yeah, let you have one place. I mean, it's two platforms, but it's one place they integrate
One-
and you can set up all of your the rest of your business and all of your payment and everything if you want to do it that way in Go
Perfect.
Plus.
Okay.
And yeah, I would check with Go Plus as far as the system that you want to use and
Okay.
see what that looks like. But I would imagine it would be doable to use Go Plus for taking payments as well and do it with the system you want to
Sure.
use there. There's
Okay.
going to be some
And
option.
then with the webs when I'm processing on my website, is that a push to like either XP or hopefully Go Plus? Um, I better
So
talk
when
with
you
my
say,
website.
sorry, go ahead.
I'm not exactly sure how that works.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So when you say processing on your website, meaning like taking payment through a shopping cart that you already have,
mhm,
right? Yeah.
correct.
So basically, the simplest way would be if that shopping cart integrates with Zapier, then they're going to
Sure.
get immediately added into their XP course when you take
Okay.
their payment.
Okay, so this is making perfect sense now. If it's basically more of a one-on-one or a small group, my larger groups of corporations will be the CSV, and then everything will be coordinated through Go Plus eventually. Yeah. Okay. XP until I can get all of that integration done, and then Go Plus from there. Correct?
Cool. Yeah,
Okay.
that
The
definitely
thing
works.
is that, and this might be something totally different. This is my last thing. I need to switch all of my emails that like my Zoom account that I have through you all, the Go Plus and the Xperiencify into my business email, Melinda at the Positive Consultant, because it's getting too wonky with things. So how do I initiate that so that they can all three be switched at the same time, Rachel?
Okay, so you're talking about like admin emails for you to log in to something that you are an admin for. Great.
Right.
So
That and any
for
notifications you all send me or whatever
Okay,
about
so the first
courses.
thing to know is that there's a couple of different things you're talking about here because
Okay.
we also have, so Live Your Message is actually a totally separate company from XP, even though
Right.
clearly we work together. So things like your Zoom account, for example, is a Live Your Message
Okay.
offer. So if you want to switch the email on your Zoom account, you're going to reach out to support at
Support. Okay.
liveyourmessage.com.
Okay. Thank you.
If you have something like your XP account,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to change the email there, you're going to email support at experiencify.com.
Okay. Got it.
And if you want to change your Go Plus,
Then
support
I'm
at
going to do support and go plus.
usegoplus.com. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
And as far
All
as,
right. I'll take.
yeah, like getting emails, you might be on different email lists. So basically, you'll just want to, again, connect with either Live Your Message or XP because you're probably on a couple of different email lists and just
Yeah.
say, I
And
want
it's
this.
getting very confusing. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
There
Thank
you
you
are.
for that. Well, that's all I got. Thank you so much.
All right. Great stuff. Great to see you, Melinda.
Nice to see you too. I'm just going to hang out in case I can learn from
Fantastic.
David.
Yeah. Well, awesome. David, how's it going?
Oh, very well, thank you. I am, for context sake, extremely new to both
Wonderful.
platforms,
Welcome.
and it's been a very steep learning. Yeah, learning. Thank
It's
you
a
very
lot.
much.
It's a lot. Yeah.
So there's a lot. There's a lot. I have a
Yeah.
few questions, and say in Go Plus,
Mhm.
when I added staff in there. I was able to very easily allocate them their roles. And there was a whole very well structured list of what I could activate for each staff. And so that's like level of authorization.
Hmm.
Now, at Xperiencify, I was hoping that I would also be able to do that. However, when I added the team members, the only thing was to add the team members and then send their invitations.
Hmm.
And I'm therefore not too sure whether their level of access. Let me take a very drastic case, for example.
Should I jump in and give
Can,
you
for
the
example,
short answer? Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah, the answer is at this time, you're absolutely right. It's one level of access. So if you are giving someone access to your XP admin account, they do have full access. So it's basically just the ability to give them access and remove them as soon as you want to take that away. So at this time, there's not the ability to give different levels of permissions like you have in Go Plus. It's a great question, and it's something that will likely happen in the future. It's just a matter of prioritizing which features the team is working on and rolling out first. So we definitely have that on our radar as a thing that would be really good to have. But the answer is you're 100% right. Right now, add them in, they will have just full access. So the option is to add them in when you want them to have access, remove it when you want to take it away.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully that will come, sooner rather than later. Um, and thank you very much, Rachel. The
Yeah.
second question is on integrating Zoom. Again, I'll go back to Xperiencify. I was able to set up the calendar, and
Right.
because one component of the service I will offer together with my course is offering coaching services for those who want to
Hmm.
take that as a bundle.
Hmm.
And so I thought at Go Plus I would be able to add the Zoom link so that once they book a slot, the email they receive also contains the login credentials for Zoom. But that wasn't the case. I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm wondering whether isn't anything that I'm probably seeing. But again, coming to Xperiencify, is I haven't found whether that function is there, whether it's possible to for someone to book a coaching call at Xperiencify.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand. The goal here is you want people to easily, they're in your XP course, you want them to easily book a coaching call with you, and then you want them to automatically get the Zoom link. Is that right?
Precisely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it does not integrate directly in that way. What you would want to do to make that happen, let me just think about this, is
Mhm.
give them, so it's easy to, one thing you can do is use like a scheduling system like Acuity or Calendly or anything like that, which will automatically make all this happen for you. And you can integrate that very easily into your XP course so that it will go like straight to your calendar in the tool that you want to use. And then it will automatically send them a link. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. But is are tools like Acuity available in Go Plus? Is
No,
it
that's a separate
available in Go
tool.
Plus? I didn't see that.
As far as what's available in Go Plus, I'm gonna ask if you would bring this to a Go Plus call because they'll be able to answer you exactly. If you're looking for like a scheduling tool in Go Plus, the Go Plus team will be able to help you out with that.
Okay. And at Xperiencify, is Acuity integrated there, or I would have to purchase that and integrate it in my account?
So Acuity is a separate tool, but what you can do is put, for example, your
Okay.
course, your calendar, like very
Mhm.
seamlessly into your course page. So it's going to look like all one interface to your students. Like if you're using Acuity, I'm your student and I'll log into my course and here's my trainings and here's the calendar and I just click on the calendar and select a time and I automatically get emailed my information because the calendar is going to appear right there as if it's part of my course. Do you want me to show you what I'm talking about, or tell me if I'm making sense?
Yes, please. Yes, I'd really appreciate that.
You want
I'd
me
really
to
appreciate.
you want to take a look at a example? Yeah, let me go ahead and
Okay.
go inside. I might even have an example in here already somewhere. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's just say here is our course. And what I want to do is I want to integrate an Acuity calendar right into a course page. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the page in my course where I want that. So I'm going into step 4 and let's say I run it right on my home page. I just want them to log in and immediately see that they can book a coaching call. Oh, I've got the event calendar here. Let me just switch my screen a bit. All right, I'm going to delete this block. get my screen adjusted. Okay, so if I want to embed another tool into my page, I'm going to go to the advanced block right here, and I'm just
Mhm.
going to, oops, drag over. Sorry, my Zoom screen is interrupting. All right, so I've just dragged an HTML block onto my page right here. And if I edit this block and enable the snippet, I've got a space right here where I can paste a little bit of coding. And basically, I could go to, if I have an Acuity account, I can go into my Acuity account and it will tell me if you want to embed the calendar somewhere, here's the code to use. So I'm just going to copy that embed code. I'm going to paste it right here. And that is going to automatically show up as a calendar on my page. And it will just look like however my Acuity calendar looks. So when I'm a student, I come in, I see it right here, and then I click on it, and it's going to work however that tool works. But for example, in Acuity, you can just click, book a session, and automatically get emailed your info. So from the student side, I never have to leave the course. I just log in and see the calendar there, and
I
it
love
looks like
that.
it's all part of one thing.
Yeah. And so, if I may,
Oh,
it'll
great.
pop up at the top of the course. So it'll say if you'd like to book a call or something, however you deem that message.
It'll look however you want, however you
Okay.
set it up. So you can put this anywhere on the page. You can put a text block above it that says uh, book your coaching call here.
Okay. Super.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, that's really great.
Yeah. Thank you for asking that question, David.
yeah,
Oh, you're welcome, Melinda. You're welcome. And thank you very much, Rachel. Let me just
yeah,
follow that up a little. Now,
yeah.
because I've already set up a calendar in Go Plus,
Hmm.
and everything seems to work very well. I've
Awesome.
integrated it with my own calendar. And so
Perfect.
the only thing missing is the Zoom link. Hopefully, I'll get that sorted out. Now, assuming that I go ahead with that as the option, because that's already, I don't have to pay for that. Say if I had
Yeah,
to open an Equity, that will be an extra
yeah,
cost, but at least in Go Plus, I don't have to do that. So
absolutely.
if I succeed in setting it up as I want, and a student came directly into Xperiencify, so I will need then to find a way of linking that calendar in Go Plus and pasting it the way you've shown here, correct?
Well, not necessarily because I don't know if you need the calendar in two places, but if you want it
Mhm.
in both places, I would imagine there's going to be an embed code for the calendar. So basically,
Okay.
anywhere
Good.
that you have a calendar from that you want to add to XP, if you have an embed code, just paste that embed code right in here, and
Okay.
that's gonna show up. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It does. It does. It does. And then my final question, if you still have a moment, is
Absolutely. Yeah.
I've, I've been able to. So next week I'm finalizing on my videos. I've basically created all the content necessary for all my modules and
Cool.
the lessons.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And I've started just doing a little basic branding of the Xperiencify website, or of my website at Xperiencify. But I will
Awesome.
need a bit of support now from the technical team to just ensure, to just review what's been done and before I go live. And the options I saw that might probably suit me is the option where there is, I think I can get consulting for 6 hours, which will include review and coaching on the platform.
I believe there's a just
And
a
I
simple
wanted to
course
know,
review. Do you want just like a course review only? Go ahead.
yes, and how I've implemented it at Xperiencify, and just make sure that everything would run smoothly once I go live.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. So XP, Team XP has a course review that we offer, and you can do that as just a standalone thing. We also have our new certified experts who I'm sure will all be happy to help with that as well. But yeah, if you want just a review to check certain things out or check through the course, you can absolutely hire Team XP or someone else to do that. And of course, you can also just run through, and I mention this because I suggest this as a default for anyone listening before they start any course to always just run through it yourself as a student. And there's a couple important things to think about when you do that. When you preview the course from your admin preview right here, so right now I'm in my admin account and I could go ahead and preview my course. And that's going to give me a certain amount of information. I can see how it looks, but it's not going to tell me everything I need to know if it's ready. Like to know that a course is ready, what I want to do is I want to add myself as a student. And I could do that in a couple of different ways. I could just manually add myself in, or I could create a coupon code that takes the price down to $1. And then I can purchase it and make sure that all of my payment systems go through and everything works. But once I've added myself, I want to log in as a student using a different browser than the one I'm working in for my admin account. And this is important, and this is just for anybody listening, that if you switch back and forth between being a student and an admin in one browser, your browser's cookies are going to get mixed up, and it's going to, sooner or later, it's going to start sending you to the wrong account because browsers don't like it when you switch back and forth between accounts. They get confused. So log into a brand new browser and just go through the course as a student. And then you can just click into each page. You can check off the points. If you have automations running, you can make sure they happen at the time you expected them to happen and see exactly what your student sees. So I definitely recommend doing that. And if you want to hire Team XP or somebody else to just do all that, plus, kind of give their expert eyes on it, you can absolutely do that as well. But but yeah, that's really important, and definitely you're very right that you definitely want to test it or have someone review it before putting it out to the world.
Oh,
May
that's
I add
super,
something here?
super helpful. Thank you.
Awesome. Glad that helps. And yeah, Melinda, go for it.
Yeah, David, I did that. And let me tell you that I first made the mistake of opening it on the same browser. So I 100% get that no, you need to open a different browser when you're logging in as a student versus your admin. But it was very helpful for me also. I mean, it was like confirmation this is a really great course, but
Yeah.
it also found there were little things that I missed and that maybe even somebody else missed, so I was able to go back
Mm.
in and correct those things. And I highly recommend that you as the developer, I mean, I had people who also went through it as well and gave me pointers, but it's really important as it's our baby. I think that we just nurture it along just one more time
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
we put it out to the world. Yeah.
I think that's a good point, Melinda. Even if you
Thank
just
you.
do it real
Thank you,
quick,
Melinda.
yeah, just to
Yeah.
like obviously don't have to
Yeah.
necessarily watch every video unless you
Everything.
want.
Sure.
And Like you said, it can also be confirmation like, yeah, this is really good content. This is worth doing. Well done. Very
I'm
cool.
so glad I stayed. Thank you, David
Thanks for
Yeah,
and
that,
Rachel.
Lisa.
thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Anything else you have, David, that you want to talk about? Is this getting you going for the moment?
Um, I think that will get me going for the moment. I've picked very many nuggets that will help me take not just a step, but probably a leap forward. So thank you.
Very
Lovely.
cool. Well, I've got a couple questions that people sent in if you want to hang out a little more
Sure.
and talk about some things people wanted to know. Let me go ahead and get those. So one question was, I notice when using XP points, the points are set up low, like 1 or 5 points. Why not use higher points, 50, 100, 500, so they are building a higher score? And this is a really great question. I would say that if you start giving people like 100, 500 points, it's gonna maybe not necessarily mean as much as when, like, it's kind of similar to how you don't necessarily want to just give tons of points for everything or give celebrations for everything. I think part of the magic and part of why XP works is like the very real connection to how people's learning and motivation works. And if you're giving like 500 points for everything, that's going to just get to be a lot of points and start to lose its meaning at some point. Whereas if the students are actually like feeling like they're earning and getting points, it tends to just mean a bit more. So we suggest 1 point for like watching the video, which is a great first thing to do because that just gives them like the dopamine hit of checking it off and getting the first thing done. And then maybe 2 points or 3 points for the actual action step because that communicates that the doing is the actual thing here. Like, yeah, watching the content is great. That's 1 point. But actually doing the work is worth more than watching the content. So that's what I would say about using points. Keep them meaningful and keep them connected to reality. And sending 1,000 points at once might not do that. But of course, you can also experiment and see what works for your people and what does motivate them. And if 1,000 points works, have at it. You can add as many points as you want. So that's points. Also had a question about how can I set up something like a daily journal where each day I ask the student a question, they type their answers, and they can go back and read it. So this is a great, great question. We get this a lot. And another feature, one of the many features we have on our radar is that a lot of folks have mentioned they would love to have some kind of like a tracker, like a daily tracking system. So that is something, along with all the things, that's on the radar. For as far as what you can do at this moment, if you are doing a lot, if someone is doing a lot of journaling, one way you might do this is set up a very simple tool, like it could be a Google Doc or Google Form, even something that the student can just fill out each day. And you can, just like the calendar we looked at, you can link this very seamlessly to their XP course so that the student can be getting their own Google Doc using what's called custom fields. So basically, you'll insert a custom field in your course, and it could link directly to a specific student's personal, private, between you and them Google Doc. And let's say the link was right here. I would log in as a student and I would see directions to click here and journal for today. And I would just click, it would take me right into, actually, I think you might can embed it as well. I would go ahead and journal my response. And then that's going to hold all of, all of my journaling and keep all of my information. So that is probably the way I would suggest to do this. You can set up custom fields just to let you know by going to your account section and going to custom fields right here. And you're just going to click to add a new custom field. And again, I see here I have scheduling link as an example. That's going to go directly to like the student's unique scheduling link. Maybe I have different coaches for different groups of students, so I might need different scheduling links. But obviously, I just want it to show up very simply and easily for the student. So custom fields are a great way to do the journaling question, and you can use like something like a Google Doc and just link directly to the student's private document. The other option would basically be to do it as like essay actions in a course. So if you wanted the student to journal every day of the course, you could set up an action every day in step 3 when you create your training. And you would just set up an essay action for each day and say journal about today. And in that case, it's going to pop up directly as a training action. And the answers are going to be found in the student's profile and also in your activity feed. And by the way, quick note, another feature coming out that's been long requested. Very shortly, you're going to be able to export all of your students' essay responses to an CSV file. So if you have essay questions and they're they're entering a journal response through an essay question each day, you can then just export that all and have a simple file with it. So, yeah, cool, right? Some things coming up. I think that, let me see if that's all the questions I had. Did these yesterday. Melinda, yeah. Looks like that's the questions I got. Go ahead.
Thanks. I'd like to go back to the journaling.
Uh-huh.
The new course that I'm creating has specific things on that journal form. So if I'm just creating a Google document, I can make that look however I want that to look, correct?
For sure. Yeah.
And then just this is fabulous because I've been trying to figure out how am I going to get this response part to them to do. Okay, so that's great. I obviously need to get back in here because the look has changed, so I haven't been in here in a while.
There's so many things, right? There are always so many new things. Yeah,
Thank you,
so
Rachel.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you would just add in those custom fields and then you can put the link to it wherever you want. You could put um, the link in a training action. You could put it on the bottom of the single training page if they are doing a regular thing every day of, um, let's say every single day you want them to journal. So maybe at the bottom of my single training page, here's just one way you could do it. After every time they watch a video and they do the unique training actions, maybe I want them to always journal next. So I could add in a little text block right here. And I'm going to say, hey, and I'm going to put their name in because remember, you can always use tokens. By the way, quick thing to know, if you are in basically any text field in XP, if you hit the / key, you're going to pull up this editor menu, which is going to give you formatting options. But most importantly, it's going to give you tokens so you can personalize everything. And I just added, hey, Melinda, great to see that you just did your last training, or whatever I want to say. And I'm going to want to remind you to journal here. And I can pop a link in by using a custom field that I've already created. So I would have had to create this first. And you can see that in my editor menu, I have tokens for the custom fields that I've already created. I'm going to use scheduling link because that's the example. So if I was asking them to schedule their next session, I would say schedule here. And that's going to give me their unique link. Again, in the use case, if I have 5 coaches on my team and I need to know that Melinda gets the link for a certain person. So that's one way I could do it. But again, I could also just put a link to the Google Doc / journal that is unique to this student, and they will click to access that. And if you want, so again, you could put it in a text block, but you could also put it into a training action. And that might be a good way to do it too, because you can say, make sure you journal today, and then check off done and get the points.
May I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Probably there might be more after this because every time I ask a question, something else happens. So I am looking to onboard some consultants
Mhm.
that will, it's an overall program, so it's more than just Xperiencify,
Hmm.
but they will be the people who will be working with their own particular companies or whatever.
Mm.
What do I need to do to make sure that they have access to the courses so I can, like, let's say John has ABC company and Jennifer has XYZ company. So that scheduling link, they would have to have access to their companies. Would that pertain to the entirety of the course, or is there a different setup for that, as well as their essays and things for the particular people that are within their courses? I
Sorry,
realize
I'm
that's
not
a
sure
tricky
if I'm
question. Yeah,
following
I
yet.
got it.
Let me,
Yeah, I got it. The first thing is that I am going to hire consultants, 1099s,
mhm.
to market and sell the positive approach to leadership. And so they will be responsible for setting up all of their welcome letters, all of that. Do I need to do anything in particular for them, or is that on incumbent on me to do that? And then knowing that they have that overall administrative access, they're able to just administer the course.
I'm not clear on what is the step that you are asking about that you need them to do. Can you say the specific
Um,
thing that you said you're not clear what you need to do for them, or
yeah, so um, how do I make sure that they have access to the messages that would come from the companies that they are in charge of?
what do you mean? Give
Um,
me give me the messages that would come from the companies that they
okay,
are in charge
so
of.
I'm doing a corporate model with this, right?
Mhm.
And so um, I will have my own corporate clients, but they will have their own corporate clients as well, still using the course that I developed. So how do I keep those separate? Is that something that I just regulate and then give them
I think I would
administrative
need more
access?
of an example of like what specifically we're talking about when you said when they get the messages. you said something about them getting messages. What's like one message example you're talking about? So
Yeah. So
John
you
is your
use the
hire and he needs to
mhm.
get a message. What's the message?
Yeah, you used the scheduling link example, like somebody
Mm-hmm.
needed to set up an office hour or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the concern comes in. How do I make sure that John gets that message because it's their course responsibility, it's their organization that's on the course.
How do you make sure John gets the notification that Susie booked a call with him?
Yes,
So that would happen in your scheduling tool.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I
great
just wanted to
question.
be clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just wanted to be clear. Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, totally. A lot of pieces here. A lot of moving parts. Yeah, David.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Just a quick one.
hmm
Is there like checklists for onboarding a course?
hmm For when you say for onboarding a course, do you mean like let me tell you what we do have. We've got a checklist for getting your course out the door, for like making sure, and by the way, along with the course review, you can also go through this checklist and make sure you've done all the pieces. But when you say for onboarding a course, are you talking about like to give to your student? Like, tell me more what you mean.
No, well, again, because this is the first, yes, this is the first time that I am, uh, say, publishing a course at Xperiencify. Just
Wonderful.
wanted to know if there's a checklist, your videos,
hmm
tick and say like some of the hacks that you've already shown us. I
hmm
know it can't be as comprehensive as that,
hmm
but maybe a checklist that tells you, the general things that you need to make sure are in place and how to
Yes,
implement them.
absolutely. So I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
video this for anyone watching too, just so they see where to find it. So if you go to the Help Center, and by the way, here is where you can do a search in our help docs on any topic. And let me think. We're looking for, um, let's see, what now I need to think. There we go. Pre-launch course checklist is what we want. Is that what you got in mind?
Yeah, yeah.
That it? Okay. Yeah, so perfect. So search
Excellent,
for
excellent. Thank you.
pre-launch
Yeah.
course checklist and this is the one we talked about doing a walkthrough,
Oh,
create a
oh,
coupon code.
okay, okay.
And there's also some tips about troubleshooting if it didn't work as you thought it was going to work. Here's probably
Yeah,
what happened. Here's where to check exactly what happened
yep.
and
Oh,
so forth.
great,
So
great, great.
that
Yep.
it? That helpful?
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Awesome.
very helpful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Great
Thank you. I've got to jump
questions.
into another call in 2 minutes. I
Awesome. Wonderful
really
to see you.
appreciate. It's been great. And Melinda, I've also got some window coaching from your questions. So thank you very much.
You're welcome, David. Likewise. Yeah, good luck to you.
Great stuff, y'all. All right.
Yeah,
Have a
thank
Thank you,
you.
fantastic day.
Rachel.
We will
And
connect
good luck to you
soon.
too. Rachel, you've been great. Thank you.
Oh,
Bye-bye
thank you for
now.
being here. I'll
Okay.
see you
Bye.
soon. All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.